Yo, I mean, I'm not really into this back and forth thing, but really, I got to respond. I'm from the Caribbean and I'm of African descent. So I definitely rep my African part because I know that I would never be in Jamaica or the Caribbean if it wasn't for that continent out there. All right. That being said, let's talk about the initial video you respond to. Now, I don't think that this young lady had a real issue with the rejection of the American part of the label. She had an objection to the rejection of African part of the label. And I don't know, you can feel how you want to feel, but in my mind, that is absolutely asinine. And I did not misinterpret you. I watched your video very carefully. Now, because you said some things that make sense and some positive things, does not mean that I'm going to ignore the ignorance and the self-hate that you display. First of all, you refer to this new thing they call Afro-Caribbean. Why can't I just be a Haitian? Okay. There you go right there. Rejecting African. Right there. I don't know. Am I just misinterpreting what you're saying? But you don't have a problem with calling or describing yourself or referring to you or members of your family as Latin, right? Am I wrong in saying that? Now, Creole, that you love and embrace so much, is broken French, and it incorporates African dialect, just as Patois does in Jamaica. Okay? Straight up. Voodoo, which is a nationalized religion in Haiti, is originally an African religion from West Africa. And it didn't just get there by osmosis. Okay? You have to do your own work, young lady. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about what you're saying before you say it. You know what I'm saying? You refer to your European heritage, you might be you refer to that about 5 times. I never hear you mention once about African ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Never. Y'all proud of your French last name. I got a French last name and my name is such and such, and man. But check it, genetically you're not really a European. So the reason you have that name is because the people who initially own that name, the true bearers of that name, probably own your ancestors or your family at certain points in time. So that's what I was really getting at. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you reject Africa. You've been taught. I'm from the Caribbean too. I know how it is. Okay? You've been taught to reject Africa. You've been taught to look at Africa as ugly, don't want to associate with it. They even teach in your classroom that is the dark continent, nothing there but bush and, you know, jungle, and, you know, nothing good can come from there. That's what's been built and drummed into your brain from the beginning. So I don't really fault you. But analyze self. That's all I'm asking. You know, I'm not no big intellectual or nothing, but I love my people, wherever they're from. From the Caribbean, from Fiji, from Asia, you know what I'm saying? From Australia, from every country that is on the continent of Africa. Because that's why black people have to represent Africa as a whole, as a continent, because we have lost our true culture. We have lost our true tradition. So we establish new tradition and culture in the new world because what? We're a cultural people. We can't help it. But just organically, whether you like it or not, we've incorporated African culture into the culture that we created in the new world. So never reject Africa. Love Mama Africa. That's your mother. You can't turn your back on her. Without her, you would not exist. That's all I'm saying. No conflict. I love you, sister. Dark chocolate sister, I love you. But remember, love yourself first. See me? Blessed.